Let's try that again, goddamn. Salute to everybody, man. Welcome on this beautiful Sunday, man. Goddamn, I'm your host, Accent Thing. Goddamn. It's a special evening, man. The weather's about to break. You know, when you least expect it for things, they just happen. You know what I mean? Because can't wait. You can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to R3. What up, baby? You can't wait. I think this is a point now that we are in life, man, where it's so important. Cherish the day. Cherish the goddamn day. Gotta cherish it. That hater is on major. That hater is on major high alert. You gotta cherish today, not the moment, the goddamn day. Lord have mercy. You know, when we have the layout, shout out to Ken Thompson, shout out to QU, shout out to QU. What up, player? God damn, my man, God damn. I know everybody like, well, Ken's exclusive, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody is exclusive when they be on a low, not sneaky, low key. I don't know who Ken. If I see Kenneth in the street, I wouldn't know who it is, you know what I'm saying? Ken could be like, yo, Nate, what up, player? Nate, he could be my next door neighbor. That's some smooth, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Anthony, what up, player? That's smooth. It's smooth when you could just be on your real square, you know what I'm saying? I dream of that, though, man. I want y'all to start. You gotta open up. We gotta do Hollywood Squares. We gotta. They calling at the wrong time. I can't take that call now. We gotta go Hollywood Squares with it. Like, the fuck is this nigga doing, man? I knew I should have took that space. Fuck. Yeah, that's all right. It's important for us, man, to cherish the day, you know. The day is very important. The day is like, you want to cherish the day because if you keep concentrating on tomorrow, there ain't gonna be no day. Right? That's why they tell you heard it before, live every day like it's your last, enjoy every moment. Seek the love. This nigga speeding like crazy on there. Show the love, spread the love, you know. You gotta make sure you spread that love. It's important. And when we don't have that love to spread, then we not cherishing the moment. You know what I mean? And the reason why I say this is because there's so much happening in this world right now. And if you concentrate, for example, right, the gas prices are insane. They're just gonna bring you down. Then you may have a shitty family member that's gonna bring you further down. Then you got other shit that you unresolved stuff from the past. It's just gonna keep bringing you back and back and back. I think a lot of times, I know a lot of times where people are trying to try strategies. And they're trying to try strategies to, oh yes, you're very welcome, Mark. You deserve it, you know what I'm saying? Salute to R2, guys. So listen, R2, what we're gonna start doing soon, we're gonna start doing some live stream events with everybody. That means you're gonna grab a link and you're gonna chat and you're gonna get it in. Now, I'm not gonna be too boisterous on these things. Y'all could ask me questions when shit get crazy, but y'all gotta take heed to what you've been learning here and do it amongst each other. So we kind of have to have like a pre-sequel before the main event. Let's get acquainted. Let's get voice to voice and connect with people and stop going by handles. You know, we just got these handles and we, you know, the handle is the name that we use, and we got to go on a deeper level. The level has to be, let me give an example, right? The level has to be, let's say, for example, R2. And there's some people that really get into this thing, like, yo, R2 was going crazy today, rather than, oh, shit, you know, we spoke to R2 on a live stream, she was talking or whatever. Here, I know a lot of people are afraid or a little timid to speak up, but we got to go Hollywood Square with it. We got to start, you know, connecting, because it's a new group of people coming in, and I want to catch them fresh. A lot of people, this is a platform that we don't encourage that in the past. So the fact that we didn't encourage it, people kind of slipped through the cracks. And again, you know, this is something that I do. You know, I spoke about a lot previously that, you know, I make the worst mistakes, but I make the best decisions, right? So I make the great decisions, but then when I make the mistakes, it's usually about something that I knew better. You know, it's just all the time, you know what I mean? Like, if it's something where I see and I catch it and I'm like, damn, I should have, you know what I mean? I should have corrected that. And a lot of times I don't do that because I forget, you know what I mean? And I forget because sometimes I get past the situation. It could be a situation where I'm pissed off at you at the top of the year. And by the end of the year, I'm like, you know, shit kind of like watered down. I slept a million times. I feel better. And I think it's important. But, you know, as y'all know, I got the you know, by God's grace, you know, there was a gifted by Andrea, and I have the meta glasses now. And it's funny now, so now all the algorithm is just giving me meta stuff, like meta glasses, dudes approaching women in the street. And believe it or not, it's been very disturbing. Yeah, like, it's so disturbing now. Like, I'm telling women, I'm gonna have to kind of resituate this, because now I see women have it really bad out here. Like, they have it bad. The fact that you have it bad because you're so vulnerable, and men that can't get you are trying these different tactics. You're trying different tactics on knowing the right one, meeting the right one, but they're trying tactics on approaching you, whether it's through online. Everything is just terrible, man. And once these devices are given to the average guy, shout out to Trishy, it's just getting bad. Like, awful. Like, it's like a dude, right? So let's just say you got the goofy dude that hit you up on social media, he inboxes you, this, that, and the third. He's a clown, whatever. But he got a device. So that makes it worse, right? So let's just say, well, you said dudes should approach women, y'all need to start going out there shooting your shot. No. I'm not encouraging men to shoot a shot. I'm encouraging the woman to know how to keep on walking when that nigga approaches you. Just great. So in other words, I'm telling men to do what they do. You should. I still encourage that. But I'm also telling women, don't stop. Keep on moving. You hear me? The same attitude, the same mentality I would tell somebody in this crazy world, you gotta keep on moving before rigor mortis sets in. Just keep on moving. Don't stop. A nigga trying to holler, excuse me, keep walking. Don't stop to hear what he gotta say. It's very dangerous. Flip side, I'm telling men, yo, holler at them. Do whatever you do. Do your thing. These niggas got meta glasses now. It becomes bold, which is cool because they could get a little platform. That's cool. They get a little bolder, they get a little bit of confidence. But when they get turned down, they still cursing the girls out. They still out here, man, lying to the girls, trying to be something that they not, showing them Bugattis, telling them they ran into millions of dollars, trying to test gold diggers. Like, it's a prank out here. And honestly, if I looked at every man or male as a meme, like a landmine, they would all be blunt. They would all be dead. Men are awful, man. I understand y'all need them to make babies. You need them as lovers. But, man, these guys are total fucking losers. And what's sad about it, where there's loser males, there's loser women. So you got to watch the man. You got to watch who you make your friends. Then you got to watch who you can trust. So a man is desperate because he got to have you. A woman is desperate because she needs you. So it's like, who do you trust? You know what I mean? And I think the reality is you got to trust yourself. Don't look on who you could trust. That's an understatement. Become a great judge of character and all that shit will work itself out. You can't look who you trust because the more and more you look who you trust, you're having high expectations. So you're going to keep getting knocked down from that. That's why you keep getting fucked over. A lot of y'all got no friends. A lot of y'all got no males that you can trust. The power of a pretty woman, man, will make a man go through extreme measures. Like, that's dangerous. A nigga go through extreme. A nigga will kill you if you don't talk to him, man. A nigga will beat you up. But if you keep on moving, you got a chance. And you woman is carrying, and you woman that's working law enforcement, you already know what you should be doing. Back that thing up. That's it. He don't comply, then tear his ass up. That's it. Send that nigga home. Because he could be sending you home. The vulnerability of a woman walking the street and a man has meta glasses and this nigga's jumping out the van to make content, or a truck, or he got an SUV that got legally dark windows in the back, and you walking. You know what I mean? Niggas right now could be playing games and acting like they police officers and throw lights on your car. You have to be... See, this is the conversation that none of y'all had with a father. He didn't prepare you for this. That's why you're making bad decisions and choices. You're not aware. You know, we did a thing the other day, and it was a very impressive video in the sense of the response. And it was reading the room and how important it is for people to read the room, especially a woman. And I know that this is a big problem in our community. It's probably worse. It's really, really bad. And I think it's really, really bad because we're living in a society now where social media is raising people. It's raising people right now. And then on a bad note, it's making this fucking a game up because the goofball has the same device. I don't like nothing nobody has the same. You know, I went to my daughter's school the other day. I had my meta glasses on. Just had them on. I wasn't recording. You know, I have it there real quick to catch a picture real quick of my daughter. She coming out instead of holding the phone, click, click. You know what I'm saying? You know. And this one dude, he had him on. It's just like, damn, fam. Like, you know what I mean? It's like everybody's trying to grab something to be part of something. You know what I mean? And I don't think, and as I read that room becomes another thing. Remember, niggas could rob you. The glasses are fucking a nickel. They ain't cheap. It's $500 for the right one. Depending on how you pimp them shits out, it could be $1,000. You got prescription glasses, that's $1,000 off the rip. So these are like the new wave, you know? Think about it. This is like the new wave Gazelle. Niggas could steal them shits, and I'm pretty sure it's a little easier to use than a phone. Still picks up a signal. Niggas could still spike it, but the point of the matter is, it's another thing that you gotta be aware of. Nigga robbing you for your Ray-Bans, nigga robbing you for your Ray-Ban Meta glasses. That's another thing, you know. Women should never be on the phone in public, you know what I mean? The Meta glasses, you can use your phone. The fuck is this nigga doing? Take this space. The Meta glasses, you could use your phone. There's certain things that you can do. I don't think it's good where people can hear me well, but I can hear the conversation well. The music's super clear. I like them on that level. There's a lot of great advantages on that. But when I'm in the parks, when I'm in the environments now the people now have to, now that the niggas fucked the game up, they're fucking it up with all this creepy shit. Now the woman gotta make sure there's no creep squad, nigga. My own wife had the question, you know, what did I have him for? Because all she seen was the creep videos, right? On YouTube and shit. So I'm telling her, like, no, it's a Bluetooth, you know what I mean? Legit. It's a Bluetooth. The battery power sucks. I don't like the battery power. You get a full day out of it. But, and that's if you chop it up on the phone using whatever. But the convenience now of what I told y'all, what I wanted to do, that's dope. It's dope now to push of a button, I could just give me a quick little situation going. But now it's another thing that a woman has to worry about. It's another thing now that a man got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, with the bum nigga. You know, a nigga looking in your face to see if they see that little camera on the side. And of course, it's the summertime. Like today, we was in a bus today, right? We was watching, you know, they had a big bike-a-thon out here in the 5 boroughs of New York. So me and my wife's in the car and shit with my daughter. I said, I seen this little dirty ass fucking greasy black bastard walking down the block. So I said, now I already knew he ain't gonna pay for the bus, but I said, let's see if this bum ass nigga pays for the fucking bus fare. Jordan's got little braids in his hair, tall dude, like a criminal. Bus comes, nigga walks right on that bitch. You know, if these fathers did their jobs out here, instead of having these little dirty motherfuckers as children, the world would be such a better place. But niggas ain't regulating these kids. Because black men are too big. They wasn't taught to come out this hip-hop shit. So they're stuck. So they're just the old gray-haired nigga trying to be the young boy and trying to get that validation from young niggas. And the young niggas, they have terrible teachers because they got niggas as old that's trying to be their age. This repercussions should have been, a father should have seen that and fucked that nigga up. Should have caught him at the best bus stop and came on the bus and embarrassed him. Because it's a menace to society. That's the same nigga that's gonna be in the store. He gonna grab what he wanna grab. He gonna go to that self-checkout, ain't gonna pay for nothing. And then before you know it, he in your house with sticky fingers. That's the fatherless male, which is average. The majority of men got no fucking dads. I'm not gonna say they're useless, but they're worth less. A man without a father is a bastard. Look it up. It's a fact. Oh, wow. R2 just became a member. You see? You see? You see how things work? I told you. We welcome you. We welcome you. Oh my God. You know, again, just when you're not looking for things, good things could happen and bad things could happen. That's a great thing. I love the fact of, I love revolving doors. In the city, we love revolving doors. My daughter loves going through revolving doors. But I love the concept of revolving doors because there's always something coming in and coming out. It's kind of like a recycle machine, like it throws the garbage out and the real pieces stay within. They're supposed to get recycled. So we thank you. We appreciate you here. And that is an honor. Thank you. And it's so funny, you know what I mean? How, just... Because I got tired of seeing your name here with nothing there, and I started seeing that you're doing contributions, and we appreciate that. So I want to talk to you today about the enemy. And I want black women to really, really listen to this, to understand. And this is not a ploy to drag the black man. This is an awareness. Okay? The weather's getting warmer. Climate is changing. The season's changing. It's not just getting warmer. The seasons are changing. 80 degrees in January here is not real. It'll be foggy and weird because it's not time. You know what I mean? Listen, when the grass sleeps, the grass will never sleep in the summer. Even with the heat, it's never going to sleep. It may burn a little bit, but it never sleeps. But in December, that shit sleeps. It knows the season. And we in a season right now. We have to acknowledge the change. We are officially in May. This month is going to be Memorial Day. The unofficial beginning of the summer. I remember that was me and my best bud favorite time. We used to do the trips a week before Memorial Day. So by the time Memorial Day weekend came, we did our trip already, and we could enjoy the weekend with the family. Now, mind you, this is a different time. This is I ain't gonna say pre-social media. Social media still was going on, but it started pre-social media. It started pre-internet. Pre-social media. Internet been out since 94. During my time. So there was a time that we was really enjoying being out and enjoying ourselves and really enjoying trips, but, YouTube, bozo black niggas fucking ruined it. You know what I mean? They fucking ruined it. I know sorry ass niggas that go on trips now. It's just like, I ain't getting on no plane. He goes on one. You know what I mean? And that's just how I move. Because I feel as if, like, to keep exclusivity, it stays longer, right? But when everybody gets up on this shit, it gets watered down. So, this is a mode now for awareness, because we spoke on this reading the room, and I know a lot of times black sisters may hear, oh, she got daddy issues, whatever. Nobody on this earth got more problems with having a father than a black man. No fucking body. No race on this planet. And in the United States, we only make 12% of the fucking United States. Nobody has the issues of having a fatherless situation in a black man. The problem is this: when there's an abundance of black men that don't have fathers, that fucks the whole race up. Because there's no discipline, there's no consequences, there's no structure, there's no guidance, and then most importantly, no education. So by the time that kid comes out here, he don't know what respect is. His fucking bum ass still takes the bus. He doesn't have the respect of paying the bus. He takes the bus. He gets on the bus and he can't even afford $2.50. He has to just walk on there and ignore the fucking bus driver. And then when he gets arrested and the cops is whipping his ass, everybody want to fucking make a video so he can go viral, because they ain't need to do that. They should do that. They should kick his ass. Who else is going? They're going to fucking kick his ass in jail anyway. Under the state They could sue niggas. You know, there's a lot of niggas that got beat up in jail and sued, rightfully. But good luck on telling. You know what I mean? So when I watch this, then I think of the woman that slept with this fucking bum. So now this fatherless male shares his fatherless ways with a fatherless daughter. How does she know structure? Where's she getting her education from? Where's she getting her dignity, her integrity from? And she doesn't have a father. So now you got the old nigga that looks at the young girl, oh my God, I just want to eat her ass all day. I mean, what good is he? You don't want that. You don't want Chester the molester. A man with structure, if he's going to be a father figure, is not going to even be attracted to a young woman. He won't even be attracted to her. So yesterday, right? So check it out. So yesterday, I'm up in one of my little cable spots and shit. So let me go in here, pay the bill, make sure they ain't trying, you know, for this place, for the studio. So I go in there and shit. And there's a little thing that you have to kind of like lock your name into the system and shit. So I put my name into the system. And for them to call my name. So there's this dude, he comes in there, loudmouth nigga. Now mind you, judge of character. So big mouth, you know, how did I say it must be a nigga. Right? Turn around, it's a big black, bull-headed black motherfucker. So he up in there, yo, yeah, I just down my drink. Yo, yeah, I know y'all supposed to, I know I'm next in line. Thank you, thank you. He was just extra. So he gets called to the desk, and there was this one girl, and she's, you know, he flirting with her and shit, you know what I mean? And he bugging out with her. He's like, yeah, you know, how old are you? You got your working papers? You know, that's cute. You know, that means she look young, whatever. He's like, you look 12 years old. So it was kind of funny. But then I'm like, let me see where he gonna go. Because if he a real man, he gonna kick his shit, but he gonna keep it moving. He gonna get, if there's an attraction where he's trying to obtain, it'll be on him, on her, not on him. You know what I mean? In other words, she'll be attracted to him on his own. That's just how women work. You know, all y'all niggas out here on these women's faces, if a woman want to fuck with you, nigga, I promise you, going to know about it. You know what I mean? The way she looks at you. That, you know that little stare, that little thing they did on 34th Street, that girl did an experiment, and she said, if a woman wants you, she'll go and do her eyes like that. That's real. Something as simple as that, right? So anyway, he was shooting a shot. She started complimenting him. I guess he said his age. He was like, wow, you like you in your 40s. So I guess he was like older, nigga, probably 60s or 70s. He's shooting. And so the co-worker was this dude, right? So the dude was like, so did you have, you know, whatever, talk about this bill? Did they send you the whatever, the little memory card shit that goes in the iPhone? Did they send you this? So he's getting involved, and the more he getting involved, her job is becoming less to deal with him because he's taking over, and he didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? I know the nigga wanted to ask a date, so the chick was on some old, you know, it kind of diluted the situation. And man, I seen the look on his face of total despair. Like he probably retired. He got to go back to his lonely life, whether he married or not. And he just gave me a look of just like his whole day was shattered because he wanted that young pussy so bad. So she said she was 30. I did hear that. He was much older, whatever. But you should have seen his face. And it was so funny because it went from laughing to, damn, that's pretty fucking sad. Like this nigga just, he had these high hopes for her, and the conversation brought in coworkers. You know how coworkers be doing. She could be fucking her. So whatever he was doing, it curved this shit, and another customer came. So he had no wins. And then he walked out. I said to myself, man, like, so I had to get his position. I said, how the fuck? does a man meet a woman that he likes at that age? How does he really do it without looking bad? That must be a lonely place to be, an old fucking fart. And then when I looked at him, I said, number one, it's the dressing. That's a big problem with a lot of old niggas, especially in this game, because we just know sneakers and jeans. Nigga, not to say you can't kill it with that either, but cats don't be dressing right. And when you're appealing to these young women, you gotta make sure your shit is grown man right. You can't look like them, but you don't wanna also look like them. You know what I mean? You don't wanna like the bum nigga, but you don't wanna look like the over hip nigga too. You wanna be fly within reason enough where you that one guy that a woman could say, ooh, you know, that's a terrible place to be. If he could have just did that all over, just keep it organic, nigga. Don't give her nothing unless you feeling something. You know, just keep it simple. Hey, how you doing? You look pretty young. And then you keep it pushing. But he was trying so hard, and then once he was having an issue because whatever was going on with him getting this card or whatever in the mail, the manager had to get involved. And it fucked his whole shit. I could see it fucking him up because he's talking to him from the next desk, and she's sitting there, and then somebody else had to go in line because it was like, he'll help you out. So he was tight. And that nigga gave me a look. You could see the look on his face. He was pissed the fuck off. But on one level of understanding a man, he probably looked at that and just said, oh my God, what I would do to just have the moment. And he can't get to her. You see, a woman is so exclusive, she doesn't even know. I heard there was this big car show, for example, going on, a whole bunch of old heads, so some senior citizen shit, I call it. You know, a whole bunch of 40, 50, 60-year-old niggas trying to relive the movie Paid in Full. So they out there in North Carolina and Raleigh with all these cars. And the one dude I knew one of the cats. He's talking to this guy. The dude was like, yo, the ladies out here. But the dude was like, fuck the ladies. Tell them about these whips. And I'm just like, no, nigga. We need to know about these ladies. Because something's wrong with the fact that y'all at this event. It must smell like fucking Ben Gay out there. You know what I mean? Because my whole thing is, if there's no beautiful ladies, then the game is useless. It's useless. I'm sorry. Some dudes be like, nah, brothers just need to kick in and bond. No, nigga, there's no fucking bonding without no pussy. Period. That's why they put you in prison. They put you in prison in an all-male dormitory as punishment, my nigga. You don't go to jail when you gonna be in there and have strippers and that motherfucker all night we getting it popping. You in there with men. There's urinals and niggas taking shits all night. Why? I mean, it's terrible. So if they send men to jail for punishment, how are you having an event as a grown older man to tell me man was just kind of kicking it? No, nigga, the time we was kicking it, when this era was in a golden era in the 80s and 90s, the bitches were there. So what ends up happening now, men have this weird thing of wanting to bond. And bond in what way? Y'all niggas are little kids and y'all got a basketball team and shit like that, or y'all doing retreats up in a hike because y'all taking this big hike. You still gonna need a woman. I don't care if she's in a fucking cheerleader, my nigga. You can't just, you need a woman no matter where. That's why they tell you can't live with them, can't live without them. So, shout out to MS, goddamn. So, I'm like, yo, you went to, so one dude went to Raleigh. This nigga got there Friday night and left today. How the fuck do you go to a hotel and rent out the room? How do you repeat an era? Like this is the motherfucking, what's the era they used to have up in the Greek festival for the weekend, or, you know, Howard Homecoming in DC? Like, how do you have a hotel full of niggas? like that pain, like that's some shit you just watch. Nigga, I watch that shit on your time. Like there's no fucking way in the world I'm jumping on the road for 8-9 hours to go be around a whole bunch of big gray motherfuckers with big stomachs, nigga. That's painful. So seeing me as a man, thank God my pops prepped me. When I see old niggas, I see old niggas. I don't see older niggas. I see old motherfuckers, and I stay away from that. Old men are the enemy to me. Now, some dudes will be like, whoa, these old bitches. An old bitch is only an enemy when an old man is the one that rocked her mind. Remember that. A woman's only going to be a problem because of that shithole. He's embarked in there. If you see a woman that got any mental damage, I guarantee it's because of a man. And these fucking old niggas that want to be young again, they got serious issues because they don't want to be who they are. Clearly. I could not imagine seeing niggas sitting down in them chairs in front of these $6,000 piece of shit Japanese cars with some rims and some tinted windows, and there ain't no bad motherfuckers walking around there. That means y'all niggas shit can't be official. Official event, you bringing the ladies out. Period. Okay, I don't give a fuck if you doing a damn old school show for SOS Band at the Essence Festival. That's still bringing the ladies out. They may be older, but it's still bringing the ladies out. Essence Festival is going to be more women than men. So the fact that we got more women in this world than men, I don't know how brothers can get together and bond and your kids is still fucked up. The young men are fucked up, so the younger women are twisted. I don't understand what the bonding is. The only fucking bonding y'all niggas need to be doing is coming together how we fucking gonna raise these little motherfuckers and be better fathers. Why don't y'all do something like that? Fuck a Million Man March. First, fathers need to stick together. How to be a father weekend. How to discipline your kids. How to discipline your older kids. Well, you know, society, we got to get around because you can't do certain things. Yeah, because y'all niggas are trying to have car shows in your 60s. That's disturbing. What a white man does, the white man is the white man. There's nothing he does that you should be thinking about because his disciplinary ways are different than yours. And you know this already. It's in our blood. Tap into it. So now on the flip side, how do you do this, Nate? How do you try to guide women on understanding the male mind? And it's very difficult because when you're dealing with a woman that doesn't have the teachings, not the raising, the teachings of a father, she's vulnerable. And that's good or bad. The question is, did somebody beat me to the punch? You understand? Did somebody fuck her head up already? Because she, you know what I mean? That's a hard job to get out of. Or I'm the lucky one because the father's teaching and the father just happened to pass away yesterday and then boom, you scooped right in. It's very difficult. It's hard. So now every summer, you got a different format. You got fatherless men around fatherless women. And the daughter catches the bad end of the stick than the man. She catches it worse. How do I deal with that? How come it's so difficult? Oh, they don't listen. Why should they listen? They can't listen if the father didn't teach them to listen. Listening comes from the father. If you go tell your daughter, come over here, and she walks away and say, fuck you, okay? She's not going to listen to nobody when she gets older. She has to know when daddy says, come here, she's coming over there. Come over here. What did I tell you? Here, you understand? You're teaching her to listen. But if you're not teaching her that, what's going to happen year after year when she gets older? She going to listen to the nigga that she fell in love with because he slid some cock in her. And he didn't have a fucking father. He's fucking worthless. Well, a man ain't gonna teach his daughter the game. He's not. He's not gonna teach her that. He don't want to have a conversation with her about dick or pussy. He's not comfortable talking about that. So she's never gonna get the teachings. Well, my father told me about this. No, he did not. He couldn't have. Because you would have had a good man to prove that. See, in the black community, sisters don't know how to read the room. They don't know they got to watch that no good motherfucker and that dirty bitch. They don't know the difference. You ever watch people that friend everybody and then they cut everybody off because they're lousy choosers? If you got a friend and you know the bitch is crazy because she tried to kill herself a couple of fucking times, why have a beef with her? You know the bitch is a nut? It's been confirmed. You can't even give her grief over that. You're aware of that. She texts you, I'm going to kill myself today. Even though she didn't do it, she's suicidal. Every individual around you, there's something about them. So that's why what happens is people feel that, oh, you disrespected me, you betrayed me. Yeah, because they're used to getting betrayed. What happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will ever hurt me. You still mad about somebody calling you a fucking name? If somebody called me a name on Friday, by Monday, I'll probably take the block off the phone. I may even laugh about it after a while. Some of you motherfuckers stop speaking to somebody because of a bad word they called you. You let words still bother you? You want to meet a woman that told you about her father taught her the game, her father taught her about life. You want the one that taught you the game. That's a father's duty to do that. So when she's walking the street and that shithole says, excuse me, never turn that fucking head around. Keep on walking. That car rolls up, excuse me, BBB, can I have a minute? Don't even turn your fucking head, just keep walking. If you're blessed to walk, take the blessing and run. Don't stop. You have to meet in environments that you feel a connection. You seen the nigga, he seen you see him, you happen to be in the same environment. You could be at the DMV and meet a motherfucker. It could be anywhere. So on one end, I'm telling the man from a father label, shoot your shot. Don't be scared, be fearless, but I'm not telling him to take his meta glasses, nigga, and record this shit when he's approaching a woman. And when he gets fucking rejected, he's gonna post it on Instagram. I wouldn't tell him that. That's the creep. So we have all these different dynamics coming at you. And we have a situation of black sisters that are not being fed their education. Benzino's daughter, Coyle Ray, doesn't have a father in her life. Look at her fucking man. Some of these women don't got fathers in their life and their kids don't got the fathers in life because she ain't with him. A mother could only do but so much. She's a mother. The father is the game. He puts the game into his children. It's the least he can do. She had the fucking baby. She gave birth. It came out of her. She probably had a C-section, which is a surgery to have the baby. He can't feel none of that. He don't realize that you can't walk up the stairs without being in fucking pain. He got it easy. But if you challenge that nigga and say, why don't you teach the kids the fucking game? Okay? Period. The end. Sit back while you relax while he sits there and teaches them that. Because that's what he's supposed to do. Shout to Brichelle. If he ain't teaching the game, then he's useless. So that's why the daughter goes out there with a vulnerable... See, we could walk around bare-chested. You can't. Not without causing a motherfucking riot. You can barely show your feet in this damn game. You got goofy niggas out here that compliment your feet, and you may say that's a little weird, and now that motherfucker want to go off and take his meta glasses and tape him kicking your ass. Maybe you should get some meta glasses when you walk in the streets for your fucking protection. Shout out to ADV. Y'all ain't reading the room right because y'all decisions are poor. Horrible. The fatherless black daughter is a target that a black fucking man. That's your enemy. You didn't know that? Well, Nate, what about the woman? Well, that dirty bitch, you gotta watch her. But she's a dirty bitch because a fucking man made her that way. It's almost like a kid calling you a nigga. Where did he learn that from? Who's the first person you gonna go after once the kid calls you a nigga? The little baby. The fucking parents. Even if the kid had picked that shit off the internet, the parents are gonna be responsible for that. You as a black woman, you gotta watch the fucking black man and the white man. Because once he knows your father is not credible, he gonna take advantage of you automatically. He's gonna take advantage. If he smells, if you smell like you're fatherless, you're fucked. A fatherless daughter is vulnerable to that black man. That's your fucking enemy. I was taught to protect the woman, protect my wife, protect my kids. That's the goal. That's essentially the goal. The father's supposed to teach his kids and protect their family. It's just one tunnel. That's it. It's very simple. How you gonna deal with a nigga that can't even pay for the fucking bus? Fucking bum ass nigga like that. And then a woman says, oh, why men don't want to deal with niggas that got kids? It's not the kids, it's them fucking sons. That's a turnoff. You showing pictures of your son on the football team, he don't give a fuck about that. Because you showing him another man. You be better off showing him your daughter's in ballerina class. And the man don't know what to say because he's supposed to tell you, well, where's the father? He has to ask. He has every right because he's talking with you. And you should be telling him, oh, well, me and him are still together. We raising ours. For him to understand his position. But he's not getting that answer. So now you're vulnerable to him. Where is the father? They need to title a movie like that. Where's the father? The black woman has to understand how vulnerable she is to her own race of men. You deal with the white man, he knows the black man treats you like shit. So he's gonna take advantage of that if he chooses to, because he knows the average black man's a piece of shit. The Indian man knows it, the Asian man, they know what's going on in that gorilla's land. He knows at the end of the day he could talk slime because the black man ain't gonna protect you. He don't drag his woman, but he drags his own. And you're in debt to that motherfucker. You love him. You put him on such a pedestal, you can't see yourself dating a pink dick. This nation of women don't even realize is that without a father in your life, you are vulnerable for the rest of your life. Well, me and my father haven't spoken years. You ain't no different than a woman that was born without one. Well, my father passed away. Did he teach you the game? Because without him, that's going to be a major incompletion there. You need it more than a white woman. Because as a black woman, the only one that's going to fucking have your back is your father. That black man will be in the hood, he'll see 4 little fucking wild little black bitches out there. They're in danger. The white ones, they could go through the most white blacks neighborhood. Them blacks gonna know as much danger as they in, they ain't not in more danger than they black women. Because they know if they do something to them white women, they all going away for 100 years. There's consequences. He gonna take the risk with you. But that white bitch, all she got to do is call the fucking police and make them. They coming in helicopters. He's finished, and all she got to do is say he raped me. It's gonna be her word against it. That's how powerful she is. You fucking call the goddamn police. Y'all got to work that out. They probably lock both of y'all up at the same time, because everybody knows. They know that we don't have no fathers in our community. They know that the black man doesn't protect you. And they know that you're in denial, and that's your biggest enemy, is that shithole. White bitch going to dinner with a nigga, he paying for that bitch. Black man's going to, he makes 6 figures, you make 6 figures, you paying for that shit. Because he didn't have a fucking father. You know what I mean? He probably had a dad, so that's biological, but he didn't have a father. It's a big difference, because he wouldn't have did that. So now, as a black woman, you got to know how to read the room with niggas and bitches. You. Look at the whole situation that happened with Meg Thee Stallion. Who you think's dragging her all through the fucking internet? Who was dragging Meg Thee Stallion when she got shot from that Canadian asshole? Shout out to Lady Marie. Shout out to DJ. Who was dragging her? Black. Who was dragging her on the fucking internet? White man wasn't. The white man's smart. They know niggas is fucking autopilot. They stupid. You made her richer, and then you dragged her. And now this fucking shithole got a case. They fucking almost killed his ass in jail. He almost died in there. Okay, father begged him to get him out of there. Now when he gets out, they're gonna deport his fucking whack ass. Now, the nigga goes and cheats and get caught because she don't know what the fuck she's doing. Now they got to deal with that bass. She had an off-Broadway show going on. Her fucking life was popping. Now she's just like everybody else. The black man doesn't protect you. He's useless. It all comes from the father. So today I'm going to give you some real fatherly advice. You know, I had this sister come to me earlier today, and she was telling me, and then she was having some problem, but she has an issue with her girlfriend. She said some real fucked up shit, and it just really put her in a whole different situation with her, with people, not trusting her soul. I'm like, you really gonna let words do all that? No, Nate Diesel, you gotta hear what she said. I said, some words, man. Those are words. Ask me if she had a father. If you are a woman and you let words bother you, it's because your father didn't teach you shit. That's a clear sign of that. Whoever watch a bitter woman that cut everybody in her life because everybody did her dirty and everybody said that because she's a vulnerable fucking maniac. Everything's going to bother her. Words. What did a person do to you? I want to know, did somebody take a knife and stab you in the back physically? Did somebody cut your throat literally? Did somebody put a razor on your face? Oh, no, that never happened. So what did everybody else do? Words? Gotta really think of the concept of that. You really let words bother you as a woman? What happens when a nigga calls you a bitch? Why is it that he gets no attention when he's trying to kill. Then when he calls you a bitch, you react. How did this motherfucker even, you know what I mean? There was this one video they came up with the girl, the guy was approaching a woman in the store, in the aisle. And he said to her, excuse me. And she turned around. That was it. A motherfucker say, excuse me to me, and I hear a man voice. I'm not turning around. So she turned around, she gave him attention. Then he's like, oh, I just want to ask you, did you wash your ass today? Now, let's just say she turned around just because, that's just, you know what I mean? It's nature, like, all right, whatever. That's a reaction. But he asked a question like that, just walk away from the motherfucker. She went and argued with the nigga, did you wash your ass? Now, if that was my daughter, I said, first and foremost, my daughter went and did no shit like that. You can't be receptive to these motherfuckers. They're not protecting you. When you talk to these motherfuckers, you give them a chance. And your old bitches, y'all worse. Because you should know this already. But if you thirst trap, if you're a fucking thirst trap, how are you going to know of the value of anybody that's authentic? Whether he hollering at you through a DM or he hollering at you on the block. Once a man has that access, that's it, he's in. It's almost like you open up the door in a fucking bank where all the goddamn safes is in the back. He's in there. The question is, how bad is he going to take it too far? He's inside now. He's inside with all the safe is open. You cracked the safe. Well, how about if we go to dinner? Go to dinner for what? You don't know how to go to dinner with a group of women? You still going to the dinner for free fucking dinners? Or to look for a potential husband? Why don't you just go out with a bite to eat with a nigga that's just cool because y'all just get along and have a great conversation? Go on a real fucking date with a nigga rolls out the red carpet. A real date, nigga don't expect no pussy at the end of the night. You didn't know that? Let me tell you something from a father. A date is a date. You take a woman on a nice date and you bring her home and that's it, you get the fuck out of there. If you even tells you to come and you want to come in for, he's supposed to say, listen, I'm going to go home. I got to go to work tomorrow. It was nice. Because a father wants to hear that and say, well, that's a gentleman there. He told you that? That's a real fucking gentleman. Because the average man would have went inside the house. And you give excess black women to the average man. That's why y'all do all these rules and go celibate and do all this shit. You fucking keep doing that. Because your father didn't tell you the simple things you just don't do. Motherfucker came up in your house, he had his hat on. Don't fuck with, that's not a man, that's a child. A gentleman is what you want to appeal to. You can't fuck men. You give your pussy up to a man, all it does, it just fucking gets weaker and weaker and weaker. You never gonna get strong like that. Because you fuck men, you don't fuck gentlemen. Your pussy doesn't even get the full value. Because he's worthless. What about a man that wasn't raised by his daddy and he is a real nice guy? Again, he still wasn't raised and taught the game by his father. It's a risk. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just telling you it's a high risk. Ask the average man who taught him the game, a woman. One-on-one and taught him the fucking handbook. I bet you he'd tell you a shit. He probably gonna tell you the streets did. You want to add some value on a man, is the man that the father that taught him the game. Because you ain't never got to worry about him. Because he's going to do what's supposed to be best. There's certain shit you shouldn't even be doing. Oh, you sucked this nigga's dick and he shot a nut in your mouth? Yeah. Yeah. You let him do that? That's nasty. I had a woman one time, the pussy was so good, I never did nothing. We never had oral sex. The pussy was that good. We didn't even need it. You didn't know right now that if you fucking suck a man's dick, you competing with a gay man. And he's confident he could get him because he likes getting his dick sucked. You got to give him something that a man can't give him. There's only one thing, is that pussy. You can't give him that asshole, you can't suck his dick. Because a man could do that. Your father didn't teach you that. Okay, your 15-year-old boyfriend, when you were 12 years old, probably told you, don't listen to that nigga. This is what you do when you treat a man. This is what guys like. Yeah, that's what he likes. That's what kids like. Where's his dad? You sleeping with the enemy. I don't give a fuck what college you went to. I don't give a fuck how many figures you make a year. That shit don't mean nothing. Your father ain't teach you the game. You know how to read in the room correctly. You know how many thirst traps is on fucking social media right now? Posing naked on a fucking thing, dancing ass, shaking ass, 5,000 to 8,000 likes, whole bunch of inboxes and still fucking single. Why do you think that? I'll tell you why. Because they wasn't taught the game. Well, I know some good women, some ladies that didn't have a father in their life. I said, well, shit, that's rare. That's not normal. In our community, that's rare. What's normal is the fatherless daughter. Who protects her? She believes independence is protection. I got my own shit. That ain't nothing to be proud of. You be proud of me and him did it together. We built this shit together. I don't care if it's your brother. What's the biggest things of flex? Flex love. Flex love on somebody. That's the only thing in this world that you can show off to because people need it. You know it's aggravating and fucking stressful to be in that shower coming out there and nobody's in the fucking house at all. And you said you got peace of mind. You only got peace of mind because you've been through shit. Peace is only appreciated because you got drama in your life. You gotta flex. You want to flex love on a motherfucker. You niggas out here with them fucking meta glasses, you creepy fucking clowns. You flex love, you have more ladies, you dumb fuck. You niggas are stupid. That's why every year the cop keeps shooting your niggas and putting your niggas in the dirt because you're fucking useless. You break in the damn jewelry stores. Nigga, why don't you just try to own a jewelry store? If you love diamonds so much, go into the jewelry business. Your father didn't teach you that. That's why you're worthless. The game has to come from your dad. It can't come from your mother, especially if she's single. She's just giving you motherly advice. That's all it is. It ain't a mother can't give fatherly advice. She's a mother. You don't believe me? Mother's Day is coming up this weekend. Let's see which is bigger, Mother's Day or next month Father's Day. All right? There's lines outside for fucking Mother's Day. You could go to any restaurant on Father's Day. Them niggas don't exist. Because y'all niggas out there in Raleigh, North Carolina at car shows trying to flex like this is, like y'all niggas, when I was flexing on hoes with nice cars, nigga, I was 18 years old, nigga, grow up. You niggas is 58 fucking years old. You should be ashamed of yourself. Or is it too old for niggas to bond? Yes, in that way, especially when they talk about the drug culture from fucking 89. Too old for that. It's over. It's a different time. Sometimes we get stuck. Oh my God, when Aaliyah died, she was young. Yes, she was young. That was 25 fucking years ago. So she was 25 years ago. She'd be 50 years old now. Shit changes. Now y'all fathers out here want to tell the world that you want to fuck a young woman. Come on, brother. Pedophilia is for white boys. Leave that shit. You look crazy doing that, black man. It don't look right. That's why you niggas are leaving them there. That's why y'all keep fucking getting thirsty and getting rejected. Because you're trying too hard. And so now you're mad at the woman that wants you, but you're trying to appeal to the woman that doesn't. Father ain't teach you the game. If you niggas are so nice with your game, why don't you flex a little bit of love on a motherfucker, okay? Just a little bit. That shit goes further. You still out here telling them about what you own and what you got. Anybody can get nothing. That's just credit. I don't even use my credit. I got great credit. I don't use that motherfucker for what? To get another loan? To borrow something? I'd rather come here and spread love. As a black man, you should be terribly disappointed and disgusted that you have no backbone on protecting your woman. None of y'all got out there and said, Meg Thee Stallion, fuck that clown ass nigga. You could do better than that. Nope. Meg Thee Stallion, her mother passed away already. Where's her father, Jay-Z? That's the only father figure she got. He probably the only one that said, fuck that clown. You could do better than that. You don't need that motherfucker. He needs you. He'll see. She don't need a therapist. She needs the best therapist a black woman could have is a father. That's the therapist you need. So when a man is coming to you and he want to be a player, he want to be a smooth nigga, he want to be a pretty boy, you need one type of man, black woman, a father figure. He gonna teach you that words don't mean shit. It's all about the action. A person could tell you they love you, that's great, but a person show you true love, forget it. That's 10 times more. He prepares you to deal with that jealous bitch. So by the time you deal with her, you ain't gonna fold as bad. You know how to position her. Don't cut her loose, get even. You cut everybody out your fucking life, you're gonna be bitter that way. Learn how to use a motherfucker, utilize them. He's a piece of shit, but goddamn it, a nigga bring me 10 customers a month in my damn business. You know what I mean? The father's gonna tell you with fuck the internet, all them niggas are fatherless. What's he gonna talk about? He not a fucking man. Well, he's a father now. It doesn't matter. How's he gonna raise his kids and teach them the game? He don't know no game. The father didn't teach him shit. Let me put you onto something. If a man was not taught how to deal with women, the game of women, I don't care if that nigga has the 30 fucking kids, it's gonna go in the same way. The kids ain't gonna know shit because the father didn't have the blueprint. He doesn't just get it because his father happened to, he left it in the refrigerator, he died, I read it. No, it doesn't go there. It gotta come from him. That's why the community is the way it is. Go to a fucked up community right now and tell me go to a black community right now and tell me why it's called a black community. And tell me who fucking ruined it. The male or the female? It's the black man. He fucking ruined it. And the white man knows this. He know he gonna ruin that shit. He gonna go buy it for the low and build it up. He doesn't protect his family. He doesn't protect his woman. He can't keep a fucking job. He can't keep his dick in his pants. He's a fucking crook. Simple DNA of a black man. A black man raised by his father that taught him the game, entirely different type of male. He don't have a feminine bone in his body. He got a heart. How do you read the room, black woman? You probably going to a club and all the niggas in there want to fuck you, right? No protection. Let's just start with that. Everybody in there want to fuck you, no protection, and the bitches is hating. What protection you got? And you look at that as love. You don't know what love is. You shouldn't even be in an environment like that. That's all you're worth? The man want to fuck and the woman want to hate. You feel good about that? You probably, oh, look at all these bitches hating. All these niggas is on me. Right. But who's protecting you? No one. No one. No one's protecting you. If you were taught that, you would have never been in that club. You'd have walked in there, felt that damn energy, and walked the fuck back out there. The niggas want to fuck. Bitches want to hate. This is not my type of party. I'm out of here. And then your friend said, why you didn't stay? Nah, I was cool. I just went home. I had to wake up, go to work early. Don't even explain that because they're not going to get it. Well, Nate, my father's not here. Well, did he teach you the game? What would he say if he was here? I rest my case. A man that loves and honors and protects his daughter is going to teach her the game. He's going to teach him about their fucking enemy. The father's not the enemy. He's only the enemy when he doesn't teach you. He's just as bad. He's a piece of shit when he doesn't teach. I don't give a fuck if he put you through college. He's still a fucking turd. Because now you're out here with all this good degrees and all this shit going for you, and now who you going to meet? You're going to have to settle for that fucking bum. The cute one. Some of y'all fuck niggas that got 7 kids. That's nasty. That's very filthy of you. You let niggas stick his dick. I mean, let me tell you something. For me to stick my dick in a pile of fucking garbage, a prostitute, as a dirty man, that's expected. Don't make it right. All right? You understand what I'm saying? That's expected. Don't make it right. But if a man comes from my caliber, he gonna know, nah, I'm not gonna stick my raw dick in that fucking pile of garbage. I don't give a fuck who. You understand where I'm coming from? But you, a nigga tell you he got 5 kids and you still was talking to him? I don't care if he had 2. But on the flip side, you got 2 fucking kids. I don't fuck with women with kids. He already told you I ain't trying to take care of nobody. Then when you have a baby with the nigga, then you fucking want to take the nigga to court and say, damn, he's a bum ass nigga. Bitch, the nigga had 2 fucking kids when you met him. You shouldn't have been talking to him. Coming from a father, don't talk to him. Ask him, how many kids you got? 3. All right, have a nice day. That's it. Yeah, he may curse you out. Well, I taught you that already. Those are just words. Did he hit you? Did he take you by the neck? No, he just called me a bitch. Well, they do that. Is it emotional? No, that's just called faggots. That's what faggots do. Not about it. Emotional men are emotional men. They don't go out there and call a woman a fucking slut because she didn't want to talk to him. That's just the faggots do that. Suckers. But your father didn't teach you that. Jay says, hey, Nate, what if the father doesn't want his daughter to see anyone? He's killing her. You can't seclude her. You can't hide her. It's the worst thing a father can do. The father's the enemy when he does that. Protecting her and not wanting her to see can isolate her. A child grows every year, fast. Everywhere there's a significant growth in a child. Every year. Every 12 months, significant growth. You look at a kid that was 14 years old last year and 15, their fucking voice is probably changing. You can't shelter a daughter. She'll end up being a slut like that. Because that 15-year-old pile of shit, he gets in her ear, talks all that bullshit because all he got to offer is dick. He ain't going to be shit in school. He's going to be a fucking bum. She falls in love with this nigga because that's her first love and it's over. She's done because the father sheltered her. The teachings has to come from your father. Can't even, if you have a father figure, I'm not going to discredit that. If you have a father figure, if you look at a man as a father, not the old man, not the old trick, not an OG, the father figure in your life, that's the man that's going to keep it a stizzy with you. He may even be harsh sometimes, but it ain't going to get no better than that. Because the best man for a woman to marry is a father figure. You want a man like that. That's a dying breed. That's worth more than gold. If somebody offered you fucking a pot of gold and a father figure, you take the father figure. That's more valuable. Where are they at? We ain't talking about the man trying to be the father figure to get some pussy. That's not a father figure. He never was. A father figure is going to do what your father should have done. And if you have a father figure because your father wasn't a father figure can only fill in the shoes of what your father didn't do. He can only do that. That's why black women are suffering out here. Yeah, I know y'all probably hear videos of, what's to do, wallowing them, like, yo, black women got it hard out here. Yeah, because he got a black woman. He's a pussy. Don't listen to that Philly cheesesteak eating motherfucker. Don't listen to them. They're trolling you. How come these niggas is never doing no videos with his pops? Isn't Jadakiss like the only nigga we seen in our hip-hop age group that had his father up there? And what did he got? He got family structure. Look at his dad. They got a coffee business together. His kids are raised well. He got a real wife, a real lady. Y'all see that little thug love? That, look at your girl, man. What's her name? Benzino's daughter. Terrible. She's wiggling that ass because her father didn't fucking... The only reason why she's doing that is because her father wasn't in her life. Well, he was there. Her father wasn't in her life. Okay? There's a structure that you could see with Beyonce and her daughter. Beyonce and her sister, they was raised by their dad. It's a entirely different type of woman. Beyonce's father was very much in her life before Jay-Z came in there. Now again, she's grown. She had to spread her wings. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But she still had a strong foundation, stronger than any woman. That's why she's so successful. She don't need Jay-Z. Jay-Z needs her. He didn't have a father. That's why fucking Jay-Z's sister-in-law tried to kick his ass. Because her father taught her better. Now, I'm not saying that a lot of women listen to that, because a woman could have the strong structure of a father and didn't listen. So she's the dumb one. See, it doesn't work for you. Either way, it fucks you up. Because if you didn't listen to him, it reflects on you. If you did listen to him, it will reflect on you. It will show. Not through your success, through your structure. Maybe what you call it was the little rough one. Our sister was the little rough one, but I still had a father in their life behind them. That's what made her successful. Jay-Z could never take the credit for that. If you ever watch an interview, watch Matthew Knowles. Listen to him. Don't. You're not going to get an interview with Beyonce. She could barely talk. Just listen to him. Look at her mother. She's all fucked up right now. She needs a father figure. Tina knows. She ain't got nobody. Rich as a motherfucker, she's still looking for a young black whore. She looking for a little boy toy like Kim Kardashian's mother. It don't work the same thing for black women. Black women need protectors. Boy toys don't work for y'all. It's short-lived. Look at it. You name anybody right now, it's a guaranteed fact. I'll challenge you. That's why Drea's going to cooking school. She needs a protector. That little boy can't do shit for her. He could fuck her and throw cum in her face every day, but come on now. Get tired of that. It's short-lived. Now she wants to cook for him, and she want a real, you know what I mean? They need father figures. If a nigga wanted to get up in Maya's face right now, all he got to do is be a father figure. You show her love. That's it. Once a woman clings to a father figure, that love is indestructible. She'll protect him. If you looked at Meg Thee Stallion's thing, well, like, yeah, good for that dumb bitch. Well, for a woman, that's expected, because you probably didn't have a fucking father teach you shit. So you're bitter. That's normal. It's not even expected, but you probably didn't have your father teach you the game. Because if you did, you wouldn't have responded that way. And the man, well, again, who wants to hear him? His father probably made a mistake. He didn't want him. He probably busted a nut, man, and the mother said, "God damn, I'm pregnant." He didn't want to have him anyway. You listening to him? As much as I love pussy, nigga, I wouldn't have did a woman dirty like that. He didn't even know how to keep his shit low key. That's what happens. Niggas that didn't have their fathers, they fall in love with their side bitch. A man that was taught the game, he know how to stick it and quit it. Nothing comes close to his house. Nothing comes around that perimeter. You don't fuck up home. They just Jay-Z's mother is married to a woman. What do you think about that? I spoke on that. That's expected. That's why Jay-Z's a pussy. I really, really think Beyonce, I think something, listen, again, structurally, Beyonce has a great structure. There's no question about that. She has a great image of that, which is, we need to see that. The thing is with Jay-Z, Jay-Z's not Matthew Knowles. That's the problem. Matthew Knowles is a dying breed. You know what I mean? Jay-Z is the average fucking 50-plus-year-old man. He's a bitch. So even then, let's just say Beyonce didn't listen. And now she didn't listen. Her and her father probably got a bad relationship right now. And look what she got. She got the structure, like I said, but I'm just saying, just giving you a worst case scenario. Let's say you can't have a good relationship with your dad that created you, guided you, taught you the game, and then you end up with Jay-Z. Jay-Z's a diva. That's why Matthew Knowles and Jay-Z, Matthew Knowles and Beyonce not even dealing with each other. I do know that. When they was, Destiny's Child was there. It was a great group. It was we loved Beyonce before Jay-Z. But maybe Beyonce stopped listening to him. She became grown, said fuck it, and did her own thing, and then she got Jay-Z's diva ass. Jay-Z's sensitive, Matthew Knowles is not. He's a real fucking man. Tina Knowles ain't gonna get anything out there. She's just gonna get young niggas using her. She can't keep her own nigga. Matthew Knowles was her soulmate. She felt bad. Oh, he had a baby. Listen, he went and had a baby, but why she ain't replaced that nigga yet? Why? Why hasn't Tina Knowles replaced Matthew Knowles yet? She's still single. She just talked about it. She getting all that surgery, doing all these things. She probably getting her lips together. She probably got that little surgery for a pussy to make it tighter. Why the fuck is she still single? Because she thinks she's that white woman that could go get that young man. It's not the same. Old bitch could be 80 years old and fuck a young nigga in his 40s, black dude. Okay, Tina Knowles get a nigga like that, he gonna use her. She not white. She's black. She deserves, she wants passion and love. It's hard to play games with a black woman, man. They don't like playing games. They just don't. Everything with them is fucking serious. Even if she's a side bitch, she gotta be serious with something. Okay, I'm married. White bitch don't give a fuck about if I'm married. Black woman, well, I wouldn't want nobody to do that. You understand where I'm coming from? She's empathetic more. So as much as she try to play all that damn fucking nigga, quit a nigga, that's just all words. Don't listen to that. That shit does not work. Okay? It doesn't. She still has the Knowles last name. She does, but she don't deal with her father. That's the clause that they have right now. That's why Jay-Z is Jay-Z. Matthew Knowles is not. Matthew Knowles is selling shit in the garage sale. He has garage sales out of his garage. And nobody talks about the main thing. Do you have a relationship with your daughter? They interview this man with the dumbest questions. I can't interview an Matthew Knowles and ask what's the relationship with you and Beyonce. Fuck Jay-Z. He's gonna dance around. I want to know the relationship with you and your daughter, not your grandkid, your daughter. Because trust me when I tell you, no, they ain't right. When Beyonce had a relationship with her daughter, she was connected to us. I'm telling you. Now she has a last name on her the Knowles last name, which is great because Beyonce called her Beyonce Knowles. You understand? She's Beyonce Knowles. She's not Beyonce. She's Beyonce Knowles Carter by marriage, but we know her as Beyonce Knowles. She's not a full Carter because the Carter didn't recreate that. Mr. Knowles did. That was his group. Oh, she said she was referring to the Knowles still having Matthew Knowles last name. Yeah. I agree with that. See, yeah. Listen. No, you made sense. You made sense when you said it the first time. You was right. She still has the Knowles last name because, you know what I mean? Beyonce loves her father that much. It's kind of like having a beef with your parent, but you letting them know you're still thinking about them. Tina Knowles is holding a name too. It's sad. Why is that? Every woman needs a father, man. And if the woman here that don't have a father, don't feel bad. I'm not putting you down like you're worthless. I'm letting you know you need a father figure. That's the only thing that's going to go with your success. That's the only way. Women out here are crying out for that, and they don't even realize it. You could hear a woman's pain by crying out. You see a thirst trap. You're like, damn, man. I look at it and say, damn, here's another one. Didn't listen. And now, mind you, even Beyonce's position, Beyonce doesn't necessarily have it as bad as everybody else. She still has the structure, you know what I mean? But in a perfect world, she's supposed to be with somebody like Russell, you know, Ciara's husband. Good-looking dude, pleasurable, nice to speak to, you know what I mean? Jay-Z came in on some shit that was created already. That's never good. He ain't no different than Russell, you know what I mean? Like, Russell came in with Ciara. She's created already. She was already branded. But say, Nicki Minaj, she came in with Safari. Safari was the one that started her. He was with her from the beginning. She'll never love anybody like that because that was the man in her life that she listened to. So when you lean, that's a father figure. That's what you do with your dad. That's why the father is supposed to hand. I'm gonna give you some chills now. This is why a father, when his daughter gets married, he's supposed to hand over his daughter to the man. I don't think Matthew Knowles had the luxury of doing that. So if Beyonce goes against Matthew Knowles' teachings, structurally to the world she'll have the family, but deep inside she's not going to have true happiness because she went against her father's teachings. See, this is the thing about a lot of fathers, a lot of fucking shitty fathers. They think, oh, the woman get all the credit for Mother's Day than Father's Day. That's a father that didn't teach nobody shit. He can't teach his kids a fucking thing because he wouldn't be crying about that. You're not supposed to compare to a mother, you know what I mean? It's two different dynamics, two different worlds. That's why we come together, because it's two different worlds. You're supposed to come together, right? So if you have the woman on one side and the man on one side, then y'all make music together. Remember back in the day, we had, you know, Donnie Marie, Sonny and Cher, you know what I'm saying? We had man and woman groups, and the soul music was hitting a lot more. Now we just have, you know, the male groups. I mean, the male singers and the female singers, and you know what I mean. The man's, you know what I mean. You got the man that's trying to slide in the studio, fucking Kalani and all that. That's why she a lesbian. You know what I mean? Niggas took advantage of her, you know what I mean? Father probably raped her, you know what I mean? You ain't just, a woman just come to be a lesbian, nigga, without no trying to man slipping. So, I say this to say, when a woman is on that bed, when my wife was giving birth to my daughter, I can't feel the pain of her. I'm not a man. A woman that doesn't have children, she can feel that pain because she's a woman. She can relate to her, even if she never gave birth. So I never gave birth because it's impossible. She never gave birth, but biologically she's a woman, so she still can relate. A man's job seems to be easy. That's why men have multiple children, because all he got to do is keep fucking busting and nut. It ain't nothing to him. He gets the credit, and meanwhile the woman is the one that's birthing the kids. But the real credit of a man is supposed to be, all right, he's supposed to teach these innocent little babies and put them into a zone for the world. That's his responsibility. See, that's the test of a man. So you could look at a picture on Instagram, nigga, be like, yeah, you know, I'm here with my daughter. Life is great. God is good. And you be like, damn, I wish I had that. And then, you know, year after year, they don't tell you year after year, shit becomes a lot more difficult. They don't tell you that. That's why they say they grow fast. The man is supposed to be on top of that. He has to know how to love. He has to know how to be affectionate. He has to watch what he says, what he do, because he's teaching her. She's a sponge, male or female. So that's why he said if a man could raising his kids doesn't mean I put them all through school and I kept closing their back. Well, that's a provider. Anybody can do that. The state could provide for your kids. The government could provide for your kids. But only a father can raise and teach the teachings of a father. The government is not a father, they're providers. You ever watch a TV show and they tell you provided by, and people have to take breaks and they tell you, you know, we have to pay our sponsors. The sponsors they're under provisions. They have provisions. They provide, and this is what they do. A father's a whole different dynamic. But now in this society, the person with the wife, he wants to get the fucking credit. Or I'm her husband. Okay, you're her husband, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? You're the father to your kids. Now, do you father your kids or you just the baby's daddy? It's a big difference. That's why you got to understand when a woman is telling a man, oh, I put my kids through this and he's in college, they're not understanding that click. It's not impressive to us. What is impressive to us is me and their father's not together, but he's an amazing teacher. That's a flex. That could inspire a man. And he could hear that and say, what made him an amazing teacher? And she could teach him what she knows on what he taught them. Not a good father. Oh, he's a great father. That could be because he's a great provider. He probably pays the bills and, you know, he probably pays his child support. That can be a great father to a woman. We co-parent and he does what he got to do. What does he do? He pays his child support. What could he do? That comes out of his check automatically. Yeah, he's a provider. But a teacher, my father was a doctor and now my son's going to med school. Yeah, that's different. So the problem is a lot of fathers want this same credit, but they don't understand the level of a father, you know what I mean, is a lot bigger than what a woman's giving a birth to. Because we can't do that. So the least we can do is be a good teacher. If the Board of Ed hires you to be a teacher and they see that, hey, we were doing our damn graphs with you, you suck, they're going to fucking fire you. Because you're not teaching the kids. And as a result of you not teaching the kids, the classes are failing. You know what I mean? Thank you, dog. Thank you, my dog. Thank you, my darling. You know what I mean? So it's important for a man to look at the concept and say, how can I be a better father? You don't have to have kids to be a better father figure. All he has to do is just be loving. He could be sitting with a woman and she's like, this fucking guy is amazing. Why? He ain't trying to fuck me. He's in here teaching me. He's listening. We're having a great conversation. And he ain't trying to go home with me. Because that's what a father figure ain't going to try to do that. But if you're dating this motherfucker right now and he's telling you all this other shit and now the nigga trying to call your bed, well, he ain't not a father figure. He's just telling you that because he don't get in your bed with you. You fall in love with the father figure, that's fine. But the father figure can't go for you. Because he's no longer a father figure. That automatically goes out the window. Once that motherfucker says, God damn, I gotta have you, he fucking blew it. He's just like all the rest. He gonna be like that old man that went into Spectrum, paid the bill and got angry when he couldn't get, God damn it, she was feeling me for a little minute, now his bald head ass went back to the fucking car and he gotta count down his days to die. The person just spreading love, he just a happy camper. Father figure gonna be like, no, don't do that. And you may say, why? I said, I wouldn't do that if I was you. And that's going to be enough said. And you go against him, you fail. A father figure is a blessing. He's made to give you what your father failed to do. With a father figure in your life, you can read any room. You know how to deal with that no good nigga, that dirty bitch. I don't give a fuck if she's a coworker. I don't give a fuck if she's your boss. You gonna know how to deal with her because you listen to him. A woman doesn't realize how dangerous she is when she has that ability from a father figure. She's dangerous. You can't run game on her. It don't even work. Unless she stops listening to us father figure's words. She stops listening, then it's, but if that bitch is turned on, you can't get next to that. It ain't happening. Father's gonna tell you to think before you leap. And you're gonna take his word serious because you know he would never guide you wrong. A father figure would never guide you wrong. Never. He's always there. So when a lot of men out here making babies, they don't think with that concept. So when they don't do that concept, they feel as a father, they get frustrated. Fuck that bitch, I'm done with her. It's just my baby's mother. Right, because he never had any good intentions. His intentions was all surface. It wasn't internal. Intentions, that's internal. If a man has intentions on being a father to his child, he has intentions on being a teacher forever. Because now he's a parent to everybody. He can't be trying to fuck his daughter's girlfriends because now he's just a creep. He wants to be, God forbid, he's in that box and they say, man, this was everybody's father. He raised a community. Rather than, yeah, well, he had babies with my girlfriend, he did. You understand where I'm coming from? It's different. And that's why so many black women are lacking. Because they're missing that. She got the car, she got the crib, she got the, yeah. All that materialistic shit, that don't make you happy. Not for long. That's why when men don't realize when women see a family, she get a pussy wet. We don't. A man be like, wow. A woman be like, wow. Look at that. She got the husband, the wife. A woman could go in depression watching that shit. Women love watching that because that's the structure. That's the purpose of her life, is to have that. One way or another. We don't look at a family and say, God damn, man, yo, man, that's some, man, we gonna look at his wife and say, man, I would love to fuck that every night. Father figure gonna be like, well, that's how it's supposed to be. Ain't nothing new to me. Father figure's gonna say that's rare. You gotta pray for people like Meg Thee Stallion. She don't know what she's doing. She's clueless. It's that fame. That fame is in her head right now. And she gotta live for that and hide behind that shit. When she cries, she gotta cry in the bathroom and question her worth. What did I do? Was I worthy? Was I good? Did I give good head? Was my pussy wet enough? She got to question all that. But if she had a father figure or a father teach her the game, all right, it would have been his loss. She would have never tripped on that Because she would have said God removed him. Period. See, the Father teaches you rejection is God's protection. But when you don't have a father, you're going to see rejection as a fucking goddamn punishment. You will. Because your value is determined by a man. How do you know you got good pussy? You don't even know. How the fuck you know you got good pussy? How do you know? A man would have to penetrate with you and then give you a grade. That's how you know. You don't know. His eyes are rolling behind his head. He could be acting. I don't mean shit. But if you know you're a good woman, that comes from your father. Mama's gonna do a lot of shit, probably the majority, but he gotta do that. The only man that can show you your true value is your dad. And if you missed out on that, now you're out here with the fucking wolves. Now you gotta watch that piece of shit. Your fucking enemy. You gotta watch that. The enemy's not a pile of shit because he's a pile of shit. It's shit. It's like having grass and a dog shits on your grass. You know? Keep that motherfucking dog shit there for a few days and see what happens to that grass. Okay? Dog shit is not horse manure. It's toxic. It destroys the grass. Horse manure fucking fertilizes it. You want cow shit or horse shit on your fucking damn grass. It fertilizes the grass. And the horses eat it. Not the shit, but they eat the grass. You understand what I'm saying? So they fertilize it. And, you know, look at the mold, how it just, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy how that recycles. They ain't teach you that. The birds and the bees, who you had that conversation with? Your mother? That's cool. It gotta come from the father. Okay? You have that conversation with the birds and the bees when you're going to fuck some and licking some pussies. You have that conversation with her. But you dealing with dicks. Gotta come from the father. And in the black community, he don't even want to do that. So he'd rather be a provider, safer that way. Fuck it, I'll provide for her, give her the best things I could give her, put her through the best schools, but he ain't never taught you the game. Thank you, R3. Never taught you the game. And you need that. That's why they tell you the love of a father to a daughter. So if the man is not giving you fatherly love, or not giving you a father figure, it's useless. He has to give you fatherly love, meaning he protects you, he's in your corner, he fights for you, he'll kill for you. Or you got the father figure that you just admire and put him on a pedestal because he holds you down. You don't fuck him. But if you fell in love with your father figure, then there's no turning back. Now you gotta marry him. But he's not gonna approach you. He's not gonna try to whisper in your ear. When you drunk, he's gonna... Can a father figure have no kids? Of course. Doesn't have to have children. He's what the community calls a gentleman. He has pride, dignity, class, structure, and he protects a woman. He doesn't argue with her. He doesn't throw her down the stairs. He doesn't bash her. He doesn't rape her. He doesn't take advantage of her when she's under influence. He guards her. You ever watch a bodyguard in front of her? Watch Cardi B's bodyguard. Try to get close to her and see what happens. Watch it. Watch when you see these celebrities walk out of a room. Pay attention to the bodyguard's face. That's a father figure. That's what he's supposed to do to his children. God protects you. He protects his children. So when God is rejecting something, he's protecting you. And there's some rejections of the devil. There's some rejections that you got to know the difference. That's why y'all ever hear things, that's just the devil talking. The father's supposed to say, that's just the devil talking. She ain't mean that. Nah, but he said some fucked up shit and she the only one that knew. That's the devil talking. The devil knows what you don't like. Don't let the devil take off. You can't let the devil have his way. That's like a woman telling a man, you can have the way with my body. You can't tell him that. He'll fuck around and run a train on you. He can't have it his way with your body. It's not his. If he wants to have it away with his body, tell him to go fuck a man. He can't have it your way. You can't give him that privilege. That's crazy. But if your father raised you and taught you the game of love, you ever heard the book of love? The book of love. Do you know what love is? You got 7 brothers. That don't mean shit. I don't give a fuck if you had 20 brothers. 20 brothers and 12 women friends. I got some news for you. Brothers ain't going to teach you a lot of this shit because they can't go in a graphic. They don't even want to know you that way, so that eliminates that. And your male friends, they all want to fuck you, so stop it. Okay? Show me a male, don't show me a male figure. Show me a father figure. Good luck on that. That's why there's so much dismay out here. People are upset, they're depressed, angry, sad, because they're not being stimulated. You can stimulate a man's body through touching him, but you can't to stimulate a woman, you got to stimulate it through her mind in order for her body to feel complete. You stimulate a woman's mind and you touch the body, forget it. After you have sex with her, she's still going to be sizzling. Ask that prostitute. They don't get that's physical stimulation. After it's all over, she's out of there. She cleans up and gets the fuck out of there, go to the next John. But if she was stimulated by that customer, she not going to the next nigga. He stimulated her. It's the mentals. That's why they always tell you from the words of the old school play, you can't do a woman's body, you got to do it to her mind. Black women's minds are not being stimulated. They're being misguided and neglected. And the black man, he don't know how to fucking, he don't even know how to fucking talk to you. If that nigga offers some dinner, he gonna want some pussy. You don't believe me? Go tell him, if you fucking take me to dinner, I'll give you some pussy. If he's a father figure, he's gonna be like, what? You jiving, get out of here. What are you talking about? I thought that's what men want. Men want that, but father figures, please. It's a difference. Now, I know a lot of women out here, the fathers passed away. Fathers had them, didn't teach them shit, got beef with fathers, all types of shit, but I don't know anybody that learned from their dad. Not now. No one. And that's my circle. I don't know anybody. Nick Cannon, y'all praise that nigga? How you gonna praise him? There's no way in the world, there's no way in the world you raising no kids to no motherfucking iPhone. No way. Now you can make it look good and take a lot of pictures and post it and people gonna suck it up. Women are gonna be melting, oh my gosh, I wish I had that. That man's gonna try to run the game on a woman like, yeah, maybe we give them that because that's what they want. He don't know how to want it because he ain't a damn father figure. Some men out here just have babies, but they ain't real father figures. How the fuck they gonna teach the kid the game when he don't know the game himself? His father didn't teach him. When a man doesn't have his father teach him about women, forget it. Whoever fucks with him is toast. He never gonna be right. He won't. So what can black women learn from this? Keep your eyes open, learn how to read the room. You gotta excuse people. You know what I mean? Excuse them and understand. Nobody's happy. Nobody. You walk into an environment, take a look, go to work tomorrow, Monday. Hey, they gonna hide behind all that materialistic shit. Oh, me and my husband did this, we bought this, we did work on the house. Yeah, that's cool. Now you gonna feel fucked up. Damn, I wish I should be doing all this shit myself. Hey, you shouldn't. You should experience the privilege of having a partner. But the partner's going through some changes right now because his father dicked on him. A lot of niggas out here became a result of a fucking damn mistake. Imagine that. Imagine you were a mistake. Imagine your dad said, man, I ain't gonna be honest with you, man. I just wanted some pussy from your mother and, you know, that was it. And then she told me you fucking coming into the world 9 months later. Just imagine that. How you gonna feel? How would any human being feel like, shit, my father just told me I was a fucking nut? Damn. So yeah, that means he never had no intention on teaching you shit. He wanted to get in a job of being a teacher and say, well, goddamn, can I be the teacher, sit in the fucking roof and watch everybody all day? He didn't want to teach. Some people be like, oh, teachers are underpaid. And that's cool, they probably are. But to be a teacher, you got to love that job. Teachers have a dedication, man. They're dealing with very, very, very sensitive cargo. Which is too much, then more people are going to be signing up to do the job for the money. I figured that out. They can't be paying these teachers $150,000, $250,000 a year. Because then they're going to just want to do it for the money. They got to do it for the love because they don't pay a lot. So they're like, no, you know, when you love something and you want to do, you do it for nothing. I was watching this thing with Ola Ray. She was talking about with the whole Michael Jackson thing, how he made her sign contracts so she could get residuals, you know, because in the future, because this is going to be a classic video, he wanted her to eat for the rest of her life. It was great on his part, but she said she would have did that shit for nothing. When you really, truly love something, money is not important. You pay me enough to get in and live by and get by, cool. But now you're the teacher in there scamming, doing shit, and you fucking the students. You wasn't there for the kids. That's why they give them serious consequences and tell you could never work in the Department of Education ever again. That's why they make real big examples of teachers that sleep with students, because you wasn't there for the children. You was taking advantage of their vulnerability. You know a little nigga gonna be happy of seeing a fine white bitch with her legs and ass all, you know what I mean? They can never pay teachers a real big pay. Can't do that. Cops, they could pay them niggas some money. Because with a police officer, it's like, all right, listen, this is a never-ending fucking war. None of you niggas are gonna change this shit, so give him what he want. You know what I mean? And that's what they do. They give you the privilege to have the gun. You could whoop and pull everybody over and show your badge. They know all that shit is bullshit, but they need the structure. That's why teachers don't make as much as police officers. Because you don't have to love being a cop. You're doing it for the money. It's a powerful name. how a child is conceived in love or not in love. Oh, that shit does matter. Oh yeah, absolutely, yep. You see a kid come through love, and you see a kid come through this conceived through fucking in a car because he knocked her off because he just met her. It's a big difference. That's why it's so difficult for a woman to have fathers, because he just wanted that fat ass. Now that the baby's here, it's all changed. You don't look at that the same. If a man is a father, you're going to look at the mother and say, that's my kid's mom. That's their mother. You can't be doing slutty shit to the mother like that and smiling at a kid. That's crazy work. I couldn't do certain things to my wife anymore. It's disrespected to my daughter. You're supposed to make love to your wife. You ain't supposed to fuck your wife when you got kids. I'm sorry. Now, if you got kids and I don't know you, you ain't my wife, you got 10 kids, that's different. But a man looking at his wife and then looking at his daughter, and then, you know what I mean? He got his wife sucking his dick and all that, busting her face, sucking his balls. No, that's crazy work. That's crazy work. A father's going to know the difference. A father going to teach his daughter the same thing. Don't suck no man's dick, and he going to teach the son, don't let nobody suck yours, because he's thinking of the mother. A father figure is supposed to tell you certain extreme, prestigious things. That's his commitment to being a dad. He has that responsibility to do that. Facts. You know, ask your mother, how was you conceived? When a child's made through love, the kid comes out amazing. It's a whole different level. But you know what I mean? If it's just a mode of, you just baby number 6, come on, man. You know what he gonna do once the novelty wears off? Kids 1, 2 years old now, the truth comes out. It's so cute when they see a little infant in there, and you got the blue lips, and shit starts changing after a while. Little nigga needs sneakers, Pampers. Damn, bitch, we just bought Pampers. We got to keep buying them shits. Everything's expensive. He wasn't there for the real reason. And that's why the one thing women fall for is love. If a woman experiences any essence of love from a man, she don't give a fuck if that nigga got 10 wives on the side. That's valuable. See, with us, we just call it pussy whipped. With her, we said, well, it's a woman. You can flex a woman with a whole bunch of material. If you say, flex that love on her, that's over. If a woman smells a nigga, he smell like love. That shit could hit her heart. Oh my God, he smells fucking incredible. It goes to her heart. She don't want to smell him and say, damn, I wish I could lick his ass. Okay, that wouldn't be love. That would just be freaky. That's why when a woman is around a real prestigious man, it's supposed to go through her body like electric. It's just a transmission she's going to feel. It's sort of like somebody jolting electricity through your body. And you're like, ooh, oh shit. That's what it's going to feel like. She can't even control that. She can't even deny it. She's like, oh my gosh, like this man is amazing. I don't know what it is. This man just passed by me and he fucking like, my hair's standing on my head. But now they're walking around meta glasses just trying to bag y'all up in the street. They don't know that that's your nature. That's why they always say spread love. I keep hearing a helicopter. That means something happened bad. Shout out to R2. R3, I'm sorry. Same shit. So bear that in mind, man. It's something for you to be aware, because you have to watch that enemy. That fucking enemy, man, is watching you. I don't care if you got a fat ass or maybe you don't got no ass. I don't give a fuck if you fat, skinny, no titties, big titties, old, young, it don't fucking matter. You're a woman. And as a black woman, you gotta watch the man, but you gotta watch your own black man more than anybody. Cause that motherfucker's sick. You don't have a father, he don't have a father. How the fuck he gonna teach you? And you loyal to him. You expect his loyalty, you expect his dignity, you expect him to be everything you can because you're gonna do everything you can for him. But he can't even get out of his own way. So you can't have high expectations. In his defense, you can't have high expectations. He don't know any fucking better. He could barely navigate through the fucking United States. Who does he look up? Who's his figure? A celebrity? You ask these gang niggas, who's their father? They tell you the fucking gang to the big homie. That nigga's like a father to me. Even though he telling to go out there and shoot and rob old ladies, he gonna fucking do it. The love of a power, the love of a father is some powerful shit. Cause you can manipulate your motherfucking kids. Think about that. Look at our culture. Look at the gang culture. These niggas get pulled onto a gang. They make them go out there and do some crazy shit to get into the fucking club. Because they looked up to a nigga because they didn't have a father. But if they father had teacher, he'd be like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. I ain't joining nobody's gang. Suck my dick. The fuck out of here. That's what a real nigga gonna talk about because his father. Well, I didn't have my father. He didn't teach me that shit. Well, nigga, it runs in the DNA. Ain't no motherfucking way in the world. No man raised by a real man's teachings is gonna go for that. He's more valuable than the man that just happened to skip his father's shit because his father was a piece of shit. Because the father taught him that. It goes further. It's sort of like you worked for your $1 billion and you took your $1 billion in as, you know what I'm saying, your family was rich and you inherited it. It's a big difference. It's a big difference when you put in the work. It's more credible to that guy, to that man, because his father taught him. And black man know when a black woman ain't got no daddy because he ain't have it, so he already assumes you ain't got no father. Or if you did, your father didn't teach you shit, so he gonna teach you how to suck his dick at 13 years old. That's why you end up getting knocked up from bums. And see, the thing is with black women, bums challenge you because they tell you your value. Fuck you, bitch, you ain't shit, nobody gonna want you. You believe that. He tells you that because, well, his father wasn't in a fucking life and they didn't get along, so he's going to throw that in your face. He probably going to tell you that's why your father didn't want you, because you fucking shared that with him. And now he could drag the fuck out of you. You know, if I wrote a book, the book would be called Black Woman Sleeping with the Enemy. Oh, my girls hate. Nobody gonna hate on you more than a man. So beware. All men are not the same, so you'll never learn. When you believe that, you'll never learn. You always gonna get fucked over. Even when you get fucked over, you wouldn't even know it. The minute you need a nigga, you getting fucked over. You just didn't see it yet. I did. I had a woman the other day turn me off and said, I still believe there's good men out there. She ain't got no fucking body. Ain't that a bitch? Bitch, all you gonna be dating for the rest of your life is boyfriends of other women. Not even husbands, because they ain't getting married. I would give you a little credit if you dated a married motherfucker. At least you got a nigga that got structure, but you always gonna be dating another man's fucking husband. Another woman's husband, boyfriend. Because of her mindset. Because if she knew better and had learned from her father, she would have said, it is bad out here. She would have never laid the hope of it. Still good man. Still good man, that means she gonna keep dating and keep getting fucked over. Keep dating, keep getting fucked over. And then when she gets dragged majorly, and she gonna come back and be like, these men ain't shit. I'm gonna be like, bitch, it's too late for that. You better go talk to your daddy in heaven. It's nothing to laugh at. It ain't funny. It ain't funny that you're a black woman and the pile of shit is the reason why you fucked up. That's why. It's that doo-doo. My man's house, he got a big backyard. I'm like, nope, not going back there because he got a dog. And he got a whole bunch of shit back there. And I can't do that. He don't even got a lot of grass. He got concrete back, which is worse. The fuck am I going to do in the backyard? Go back there and step in one of them motherfuckers and get sick and turn my stomach? I'm aware of it. So black women, that's how you gotta look. You gotta look at that backyard. That there's a dog back there, and where this dog did shit. And y'all just keep going back into the backyard, eating it, stepping in it, eating it, sleeping with it. Your biggest celebrities are running into fucking goddamn walls. Y'all got a handful of black celebrities you could actually put on a pedestal. That's a goddamn shame. Meanwhile, everybody want to be white because the white man's life looks better than the black man. Well, in most cases it is because the white man got structure. Black men, we're very lustful. That's our downfall. We're very lustful. We could be sitting there wanting to do a future with you, but we're just thinking about that pussy hole. Talk to him after he fucked you a few times. Then the truth comes out. Oh, we've been getting along. Oh, yeah, I remember I told this woman that. She had kids. She said she don't want to meet her kids. She don't want the kids. I told her about this story. She don't want the kids to meet the guy until she's sure to scoop. I'm like, what do you mean you're sure to scoop? I said, so this man is able to deal with you and he never met your kids? I said, I tell you what, this is what you need to do. Go to a family restaurant, an all-you-can-eat buffet, have that nigga come there and meet them kids. And then when they're around him, they tell me how that worked out. You know, he dipped after he met the kids. Yes, the fuck she did. She said, you was right. I said, I know I'm right. He has to be around the children. All that shit he talking about, he love kids and all that, that's for the pussy. He could be around your kids and not like your son. Knowing that this big-ass nigga is walking in the refrigerator, he in the motherfucking living room, he just pissed him off. He walking in on the phone talking to some chick macking, and you on the couch pissed off like, this bitch got this fucking big-ass nigga walk. You know what I mean? You got to let him feel that. Don't wait until he gets to a goddamn a restaurant 3 years later. 3 years later, what kind of shit is that? What the fuck you waiting for? Woman think it's a flex when a man gotta be legit to meet my kids. Nigga, that's not a flex. You not Latin. You fucking dumb bitch. That's for Latin bitches. Latin bitches, that's a flex for them when they meet Paco and Julio. Him meeting your kids ain't no motherfucking flex. He don't want to meet him any fucking way. The only thing he want to meet is that pussy hole. That's it. He fucking in. If he say he like kids. No, he's a brother. Come on, you know that's bullshit. Most brothers do not like nobody's kids, especially black ones. That's bullshit. You know the type of kid you gotta have? He got another way he should be out the house, move to Kentucky, you live in New York, then he'll love him. Is he out of here? Yeah, but then men don't like kids. Brothers ain't into kids like that. They're not. Now, if you was white, Asian, and the kids are like, hey, how you doing, Harry? Then that's different. That's prestigious to him. That's a big deal. That's a flex. That's, you know what I mean? That's validation. He can't be validated through his own race. He should, but he doesn't think that way. Black man doesn't think, I want to be validated through my own race. His validation is outside his race. That's where he's going to get the acceptance. So when you have 3 kids, it's like, oh boy, here we go. She got 3 kids and the kid calls her daddy. He going to cry. Oh my God, the kid called me daddy. He looks at me like a father. That's a big deal because it's not black. He can't have that same feeling. Even, he doesn't mean any harm, he just doesn't feel it. When she has 10 kids, it's her culture. When she's a prostitute, it's her fucking culture. He makes excuses. When you a prostitute, nobody gonna want you, you're a dirty bitch. Now, I can never say nobody gonna want somebody, but I'm gonna tell you the type of motherfuckers you will date. You know, you gonna date you gonna date disrespectful liars. Liars that just told you a lie, said, "Dad, I can tell this bitch anything." Because your father didn't teach you the game. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. This was a request. And it's a great request when people have a formula of reaching out to folk that, you know, could talk and really break things down. And the fatherless daughter is a target. And you're in a war zone. And you are the enemy's target. You. Just imagine that you're in a war zone. You ever watch a video game and I can't even use that's fucked up, but just imagine like the fighter jet sees the enemy in the sky. What does the fighter jet do? They shoot the plane down. UFO, whatever, unidentified flying object. A UFO is a fucking enemy. Your opponent, your opposition is your enemy. When you walking out into the street and you minding your business, whether you drive a bus, maybe you take the bus, going to work, going to get you something to drink, meeting a nigga at the door, holding the door for you, you are a target because you're a black woman. And your enemy is going to target you. And when the enemy targets you, they're looking for a vulnerable point. How can I get her? If you're oblivious and you're naive, you're in big trouble. Because you can't see that your enemy is an enemy. You're going to look at your enemy as a friend. You're going to get hit with friendly fire that way. Because you thought your enemy was a friend. Or maybe you didn't learn from your last time and the time before that and the time before that. See, some black men will be like, oh, they be dragging brothers. Well, the only brother that's going to feel dragged is that piece of shit. No real man's going to feel dragged. He never will. I won't. He knows what our communities look like. He knows what our structure of family looks like. He knows how the black race, he knows how his family is. The majority of black families are shit. What breaks them down? Words, hearsay. You want to destroy a black family, just start a rumor. They don't even look for it. They just believe it. Oh, he said that, and fuck him. And they'll run with it. I'm like, Dad, I just told this bitch a lie. And then I say, I'm just kidding. I just made it up. No, you didn't. You was telling the truth. There's so much of fucking trauma in the black community. You can really separate a family with words. Some of your friends been destroyed because of fucking something somebody said. You fucking punk. I want to tell you a story in the first grade. Miss Tyrone told me, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. So that came from my mother, father, and the teacher. We react, but now I got to realize I throw the words back. They may not have had that teaching, and it's going to fuck them up. It does all the time. My frustration ain't with people when they say things to me. It's frustrating because I know I can't say it back. And I may want them to self-inflict themselves. They may say something slick. I may say, look who's fucking talking. You piece of fucking garbage. And if they don't have no mode of self-love for themselves, that's just going to fuck them up. They'll never speak to me again. Because you said it, you meant it. They believe that. Even if I say sorry, I was angry. When I'm mad, I say things I don't mean. They're going to say, well, you fucking meant it. Because when I'm angry, I say shit I mean. I'm like, damn, father didn't teach him. Because my dad taught me, when you're mad, you say shit you don't mean. So it's going to be hard to tell her because she's went on the emotion of that shithole. It's kind of hard. It's hard to teach that little ghetto bitch self-value when the shithole beat it to it. Because, you know, they fight at the street. Today there was a little fight. One of the neighbors was telling me there was a woman fighting with her man at the bus stop with 3 kids. I said, well, they'll be together by the night. She was like, what? I said, they'll be together by the night. What you think, she's going to leave him? What you think, 7, 8, 9 hours later, she's still going to be mad about that fight at the bus stop? No. They probably done made another baby that night. Words. Say those words as an adult. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Some of y'all gotta say that all day. Use these deep elements that were given to us hundreds of years ago. It works today. But if you don't have the teachers of a father, you're gonna listen to that shithole, and he's gonna determine your value. He will. Jay said they say angry and drunk people always tell the truth. Not that they tell the truth. They just tell you what they've been holding back. That's all. It's not the truth, because they could be telling, yeah, you could be telling me a whole bunch of shit that ain't got nothing to do with me, but if you're holding it in, yeah, that's true. We misconstrued it. It's when you hold things in and you're drunk, you're gonna let it out. Especially if you're holding it back. Don't make it true. That's why people get so hurt. Oh my God, you told everybody this. And it's like, well, bitch, was I drunk? You know what I mean? Maybe I was drunk. I was holding this shit back. Please forgive me. Well, I'm not going to tell you, well, goddamn, bitch, don't tell me nothing no more, because I try to hold that in. That's all. You gotta understand people, man. People are hurting right now so bad that you can't take that shit serious. Even when people tell you life is good, no complaints. I mean, come on now. You believe that crock of shit? Well, I figured that. Well, no. Just look at the gas prices. No, don't listen to them. Look at the gas prices and tell me, are they happy with that fucking price? That alone, so that you don't need confirmation with that. Who the fuck's happy paying $5 a gallon for regular gas? We don't need confirmation for everything. Sometimes you know it. If your father taught you, you would know what I'm talking about. God damn. If your father told you, you would know what I'm talking about. It's quite difficult. Everything goes back to your teachings. Some of y'all didn't even have a daddy. And that's fucked up. Some of y'all don't even know your daddy's name. Don't even know if you're... Some of y'all don't know your daddy. So now you got to tap into your DNA. Characteristics, diseases, traits. You got to tap into all that. And come up with something. Because somebody had you, there's a sperm there. Go into that DNA and learn that DNA. See who you're connected to. See what other family members. Maybe you can find somebody and find, you know what I'm saying? Do the research. And then when you find it, you can be like, Nate, you wasn't lying. Thank you for telling me. I said, well, I'm your father figure. That's why I told you to do that. Now she's crying, oh my God, how can I pay you back? You pay me back already, darling, you listened. Farewell. That's it. Not goodbye, but farewell. Do you take angry and drunk people serious? I don't. I take precaution, but I don't take this serious. A drunk person be like, you fucking nigger. It's like, they're drunk. They meant that, they probably was holding it in. Maybe they was holding it in not to ever say it. Doesn't mean they were holding it in that it was on their mind. They probably was holding it in like, I ain't saying that shit, fuck that. And when they drunk, it came out. When that guy from Seinfeld was going, nigga, I'm like, was he drunk or was he angry? They said, no, he was actually sober. I said, okay, then they're racist. See a difference? A difference. It's a difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's just real. Watch that enemy. Black woman, watch him. Watch that black motherfucker, watch him. Watch that black son of a bitch, watch him. Watch him. This is a war going on right now, okay? All right? Watch him. If you got a father figure in your life, then you'll be fine. You listen to him, you'll definitely be fine. Don't argue with him. Don't debate. Because a real father figure gonna like, oh, you'll see. He gonna set you up. He gonna laugh in your face and say, when I'm in heaven, I'll be laughing down at your fucking ass. Because once your father figure is being challenged, you don't listen to him, you lose your father figure privileges. Now your father figure ain't gonna give you that prestige anymore. You gotta watch that. Don't argue with them. Don't have your bad moves be like, fuck out of here, nigga. I'm a grown woman. You gonna fuck yourself like that. Honor thy mother and thy father, and your days shall be longer. A father figure is a gift. Be careful. God is testing you. It's the same test when you at that damn traffic light and that bum is asking for $1. You better give him that fucking dollar. You think your life is in danger? Different, but goddamn, ball that shit up into a little ball and throw it out. Let him go pick it up. You did your part. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all. It's been real. Hope I covered everything here. Black woman, you are the prey. The black man is the enemy. Be careful. Don't get fucking eaten up. I'm going to tell you what your father didn't tell you. Be very careful. Because once slip up, you're fucking done. Because your enemy wins. It's sad but true. That's the only enemy you gotta watch. You're very welcome, darling. You are very welcome. And welcome again to the B Mindset Charm School, where we teach charm. I'm accidentally your father figure. I'm not perfect. But I tell you one thing, it's a blessing. Because God's speaking through me to speak to you. Trauma. How do we get past that? You have a father figure in your life? I got a therapist. Now that's not good enough. Therapist ain't gonna tell you what that father figure gonna tell you. That father figure gonna keep it raw and uncut. That therapist can't do that. They lose their fucking job. Watch your ass. Be careful with that motherfucker. Oh, what about the woman? Again, bad women come from bad men. It's a collective. Would you think this street little ghetto bitch is inspired by another woman? No, a nigga made it like that. When you see that woman outside selling, smoking crack, sucking dick, and a dope fiend at night, a man's behind that. That's why she's out there. Women are followers. If after a man. She's not going to have a whole bunch of great men in her life and then fuck up and become a crackhead because she follows great men. She's going to follow a piece of shit. She could tell you, I don't eat shit. She does eat shit. That's why she's doing that. It's easy to identify somebody. They don't have to tell you anything. They could die anything. You must be a piece of shit because you're doing that. It's going to hurt her, but it's the truth. You see a man that loves his mama, he caters to her, and he's a good man. You're supposed to look at that and jump on a board. Not in competition, fool. Just being part of that, because it ain't going to get no better than that. That's the highest level of a man that adores his mother and protects her. Not feeds off her, not uses her. I'm talking protects her like a man. You better jump in on that. And don't even play your position. Don't get in the way. Because God forbid something, if a man really loves his mother like that, and you try to do his mother dirty, he's going to resent you. Now, we ain't talking about no henpack man, no weak man. We talk about real men, and not no pussies. We're not even talking about that in this particular format. Be mindful and watch that shit out. He is your enemy. He ought to all be your enemy. All right, Jada Pinkett Smith, she got to watch Kill Smith. She got to watch Jill. She got to watch motherfucking Will Smith more than anybody. He the one to kill her. I'm pretty sure Will Smith thought a few times, man, I want to blow her fucking head off. I don't want to get caught. How can I kill her? Man, we love y'all, but we something else. We will fucking destroy your life, your dreams, everything. You want to be a doctor? I'm going to put 2 babies in this bitch and dad, fuck that doctor bullshit. I want to offer myself. You don't realize that because he told you, I'll support you, and then he's shooting the club up. You go to your job, he's jealous. You see that they calling you by your last name, respect. He said, how can I fuck? I mean, if I'll let her go and motherfucking leave again. Maybe I'll argue and I'll punch her in her face so she don't got to go to work tomorrow. And this is because you're fatherless. As a black fatherless daughter, you're more vulnerable to that shit, oh. And he will get you. He will. Ladies and gentlemen, beware or be square. I love you all. Have a good night. Class is dismissed.